Oh, okay. It wasn't working there for a second. Now it's working. Okay, fine. Now you can do that now, yeah. So, welcome to the Cabaret. You've seen the movie, Liza Minnelli? Fantastic. Um, Seedy, and other words. And in 2001, I was in college studying tailoring and dressmaking, and I wanted to up my skills, so I went looking for work in theaters in costume, but they were all full. Except then I found a theater school, and they needed someone for costume. Yeah, I can kind of understand why. Um, so I took on the job with them, and it was in the Liberties area of Dublin. And for the first season, which would have been like September to Christmas, at Christmas there were individual shows put on. There could have been 10, there could have been 20. These were small shows, 2, 3 actors in them, 5 actors in them. So lots of little ones, lots of different costumes to be done. Then that went well. I did good. All the silver costumes were fun, like crazy. But anyway, there's a lot of crazy stuff, and it was all fun. Then after Christmas, they announced that it would be for the summer show, Cabaret. Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. So cool. Wow, that is a cool show to do, and I was delighted to have the opportunity to do it. It wasn't some crap, boring thing that I didn't like or even respect. I mean, Cabaret is really, really so good. Um, so I started working on measuring people. It was a big cast. I was in the theatre school a lot at the college. Um, and then from my apartment with my trusty Singer sewing machine, I would soon get on to making costumes. Kit Kat girls, particularly. We had about 10 Kit Kat girls, I think. They all had to have red dresses, and every red dress was a different style. Um, I was making work for myself probably that I didn't have to, but I liked it. That's what I was there to do. I was there to learn, to practice. So yeah, and then it came to it, the show, in a theater in the city centre, and when it went down, it was fantastic. Um, just so cool. I think it only ran for maybe 3 nights, but yeah, really good experience doing cabaret. Um, got some notes about it. Should I say anything else about it? The Kit Kat girls, yeah. Oh yeah. Then when I had almost completed all the costumes, having bust my ass for months, the director of the school, I had a chat with him, and he said, "You're doing really good. Great work." And I said, "Yeah, it's really hard work, man." And he said, "You know, you can. We have an account in a costume rental shop in the city. You can rent costumes from there if you need to. It's no problem." My mouth dropped. I thought, like, are you joking me? I probably could have got most of these costumes I was making rented, and there was no problem to do that. But I got to make them. I had to make them. I made them. They didn't last very long, I don't think, after the event. I can't imagine now, more than 20 years later, that they're still hanging on a hanger someplace. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are. Um, yeah, very challenging. But I did it. But never again. Never again would I take on such a thing. I was young at the time. I was a student. I was putting myself out there. I was really seriously considering getting into fashion design, being a designer, making clothes, having a label. I was really, really considering it. Since I was a small child, I was always fascinated with fashion magazines and style. Um, when in my teenage years, when I moved to the city, I remember I was buying 3 copies of Vogue every month: the French edition, the Italian edition, and the British edition. And sometimes I would buy the US edition too. Fashion was my thing. I was all over it. I Yeah, what's her name? Christy Turlington. She was just supermodel supreme. I loved her, everything about her. The days of the supermodels, yeah. Um, yeah, so do these things. You might only do them once, so do it. Bust your ass. Don't be rewarded as much as you had hoped. Get the experience. Do things others dare not do, basically. And enjoy the cabaret. Thanks, guys.